welcome. Let's start with our Dynaband overhead or your elastic tubing, whichever one you have, a Dynaband or an elastic tubing, overhead and pull down. So your inhale can come in through your nose and your exhale can pull down and wide. Your shoulder blades are down the back. Take the inhale as you lift the band and exhale as you pull the band down. Now, while we're going over cues, let's talk about the knees. They're soft but long. Your head is in line with from the side, your ear's in line with the shoulder from the side view. And again, those shoulder blades are down the back. Let's take a couple more. And now let the band go behind your upper back. The band's going to be behind your upper back. Your palms are going to face up, press out. Exhale and press out. There you go. Now as we do this, your shoulder blades are down the back. If you care to add on, lift up your heels and then lower. Lift up your heels and then lower. And exhale and lift. Now I'm going to be adding on some cues, and that's so that the conscious mind can generally only hold on to one cue at a time. So I just go through the cues. That way we can focus on each one. The shoulder blades are down the back. The breathing is continuous. Hello, good morning. I'm so glad everybody's here. The knees are long but soft. And when you lift up your heels, you're trying to spread the weight out evenly across all of the metatarsal heads, across all of the toe heads. Exhale, you are trying to lengthen your elbows, and the palms are up just to encourage that external rotation. Now we're going to take 5 more. Lift, keep the knees long when you lift. So the lift comes by coming up to your ball of your foot by lifting your heels. So it comes from the ankle joint, not the knees flexing forward. Good. Now exhale. Now we're going to let the band be wide in our hands. Go up and behind. Go up and in front. Go up and behind. Go up and in front. Breathe in. Breathe out. Now we're going to stay up for this Y stretch. Hold. Now I'm going to turn just so you can see. From the side, the shoulder blades are down the back. The ear is in line with the shoulder. The head's not forward. Breathe in fully and try another position. I like 1 or 2 inches lower. Hold that. Breathe in. Inhale. And let's do another position. Lower the band down 1 or 2 inches here. This is all for a fabulous shoulder chest opening. Breathe in. And now exhale, let the arms get a little blood flow. I like to just give them a shake. Now the palms are going to face front. The heel or heels are in the middle. 1 heel is an easier modification. 2 heels is harder, but it also depends, and begin flexing, it also depends on your height, your band, and that's why you're just going to listen to your body. We'd like to have fatigue in these final repetitions. Feel how your knees are long but soft. And 6, and pull. And 7. We have dogs wandering the studio. 9 and 10. All right, we're going to take 10 more. 11, 12. This you should feel in the front of your arms. 13, 14, 15. Now, if you can, take 5 more, but let's say it's getting a little hard. All you would need to do is take out one of your feet that's holding the band down, or you could alternate right, left. Take a couple more here, and exhale. Very good. Now take the band around your head or on the floor. I'm just going to get rid of it for a minute, and just take your arms up, interlace your fingers, and lift up and reach back. You're just doing a little stretch. Now go side. You can even hold your own wrist. Breathe in, and then exhale, go side. We're just taking a little bit of release of tension. The idea is that we're trying to strengthen our muscles, but without creating extra tension in our body. Now the fingers come to the rear. Lift the arms, breathe in. Feel that beautiful shoulder stretch. And then exhale to come back to your band or your elastic tubing. Now your hands are in the handles. Both heels are in the middle. Generally, you do need both heels on this one, but of course, if you need to modify, go to one heel. Lift your elbows out to the side and notice that your elbows are higher than your wrist. Lift up, tall, 5, and exhale. 6, 7, and 8, and 9. Now you want to feel this in your shoulders and your biceps. 10. Your wrists should feel like they're in line with the forearms. So there's no strain in your wrist. So do what you need to do to get rid of any strain in the joints, but work the muscles. 15. Now we're going to do 5 more. Elbows are higher, so make sure you're leading with elbows, not the wrist. All right, try. Let's do 3. Last 2. Last 1. Beautiful job. Step off. Now take your band at the back of your head. Take your hand at the low spine. Take an inhale. The lower hand is your anchor. Exhale the top hand up. Exhale up. Beautiful. Now this is tricep, the back of the arm. This is a really important muscle for catching ourselves. 5. Getting out of low chairs. 6. It helps the quadricep push your way up. 7. 8. Good. Press tall. 9. Breathing. 10. There's no tension in the neck. 11. 12. 13. There's a little ab tone here. 14. So that your low back doesn't feel excessively swayed inward. 16. Head up. 17. Sternum up. 18. Breathe in through your nose. 19. 20. Excellent job. Take this hand that was the anchor and make it your work hand. Take this hand down as your anchor at your lower back somewhere. Push up. It just needs to be comfortable. 2, usually around the sacrum or the glutes. 3, or the low back. Good. 4, top arm should feel a little resistance in that band. If not, grab more band. 6, 7, knees soft. 8, 9, ribs down. 10, 11, and you're working the way up, but you're also working the way down. So you're not just letting the band snap you back into the first position. Jaw soft. I like to relax the lips away from each other and just make sure there's no tension in the jaw. 17, 18, 19, and 20. Really good job. Now I'm going to grab a lighter band. If you have a lighter band, grab it now. If you only have one band, you're just going to make it a little longer when you do the pulling. So you'll step on that band with a heel. So for example, right hand, right heel, go out like a T. Go out like a T. Now, if you look, you should be able to see your hand. It should not be drifting behind you. We want to work in the scapular plane. It's the safer plane to work in. Keeps that shoulder safe. Now, as you breathe, you can exhale up and inhale as you lower. The main thing is to keep breathing. Now we are going to go for 5 more. So if you can go to 20, do. If it's getting hard, give yourself a little slack by moving your foot off the band some. Now on this 20th one, we're going to switch it. I'm going to switch the heel. So left heel, left hand. Go out to a T, and the hand is slightly ahead of your body's plane. Your body's not leaning, it's upright. 6, your neck is not helping. 7, 8, 9, 10. Now we're shooting for 10 more. 10, jaw soft. 11, breathing is fluid. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Excellent job. Take the other heel and the other hand. Now we're going to go to the front. This is a front raise. Your exhale will pull your band up. Your arm is fairly long here. There's a little softness in your elbow. Your body's tall. You have a little stability so your body doesn't feel like it has to go opposite the arm. So if it's getting a little hard, give yourself a little bit more slack. Relax the jaw. Good. And let's feel this shoulder, but not the neck. 16. So if it's getting a little hard, give yourself a little slack. 17. 18, just minor adjustments go a long way with the bands. Now we're going to take it to 20 on the other side. So the other heel steps on the band, pull the arm forward, elbow long. That looks good. I like how you're tall. You're not leaning back away from the arm. I like how we're controlling the up and the down. The wrist is neutral, so it's in line with your forearm. Now we're doing 10 more. If you notice it's getting too hard or you have tension elsewhere in order to get the job done, scoot over so you have more slack in your band. That's the easy correction as you continue going so that you don't stop. 2 and 20. Now this stretch, take the band up. Now, you know how we do half moon? We're going to do half moon to the side. The bottom arm can even assist the top arm. Long arm and just breathe, breathe, breathe. Doesn't that feel good? Go up and over. Now it's like you're going over a fence. The bottom arm can pull and give the top an assist. Breathe. You're up and over. So good. Now we're going to let that down. That was great. If you would like a sip, grab a sip. We're going to be sitting down with a heavier band on the next one. So grab a sip and we'll have a seat with a heavier band on the next one. And if you don't have a heavier band, you can also use 2 bands. Now you're going to be putting your feet in front. Wrap the band around the heel arch. Cross the band and hold on to the tubing. If you have an elastic tubing like I do with handles, you're going to hold on to the tubing and exhale. Another article came out today about the importance of sitting on the floor and how most people don't sit on the floor, and so you lose control of some deep hip stabilizers. So we'll deliberately put us on the floor, not just because it's the setup of the exercise, but because getting on and off the floor is an important skill. So you'll do the best you can to sit up, but if your hamstrings feel tight and you're rolling back, it's okay to put a pillow or a folded up blanket underneath your sit bones to slacken the hamstrings so you can sit tall. All right, guys, I'm going to turn to you so you see me a little bit differently. And then that way you can just see what's going on. I tend to like a palm up variation here, but neutral is fine too, where the thumbs face up. Now we're adding on rotate and turn. Rotate and turn. So rotate and turn is the same thing. Rotate and pull. Rotate and pull. Now as you do this, your upper back, your thoracic spine, that part is the focused part of our rotation, not your lower back. Your neck is just going along for the ride. There's no strain, but your upper back rotates. You can pretend you have a flashlight coming out of your heart or your sternum, and it's kind of like a lighthouse, and it follows the horizon. It doesn't dip down or point towards the floor or point up towards the sky. It's just following the horizon. Clean rotation without compensatory motions. Now focus on how far am I rotating to the right? How far am I rotating on the left? Can I match those rotational range of motions? Is one side a little harder? So my left side's just a little bit harder, and I have to put my brain on that conscious effort of rotating. It's comfortable. I'm not going into any discomfort, But to go the same distance, I have to focus on it. Most of us, I think it's 75% of us have a rotational right pattern in our body anyway, but you can work on it and even that up. Now, take a moment to stretch. We're gonna let go. One arm goes up and back. This is the rack posture. One arm goes up and back and lift your heart with your elbows soft. 5, breathe in, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now you may want to go back to a medium band on this next one. I am. You're going to wrap it around your heel arch. So it could be a red, for example, if you have Dynabands. Put your elbows by your side and open up your forearms. This is external rotation. And 6. Now your wrists, check them out with your eyes. Are they in neutral? Are they going along with the forearm? They don't need to be cocked forward or backwards in any exaggerated extension or flexion. All right. Now the jawline, it's parallel to the floor. The sternum has a gentle lift. The neck is easy. If you move your head, it's easy. There's no tension. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now you're doing great. We're going to uncross the band. Take your hands beside the hips. Pull, let me move my band. Pull, exhale, pull. So I like to have a game with this. How tall can I stay as if there's a golden thread attached to the crown, lifting me up through my entire spine, and every time I pull the band, the golden thread just gets tugged on a little bit more. It's just easier to sit up tall. So whatever cues help you stay tall, lift. You're lifted, but there's no tension. All right, try 3 more, 2, and 1. Now we're gonna relax the band and the hands for a moment. Sit any way you want. Open up the arms and add a rotational stretch where you hold. Your hands can come down wherever they naturally come down. On your thigh, on the floor, your upper back is your focus. You might notice it gives in a little bit more as you're here. Take an inhale, open up, exhale. Make sure your knees are happy. My knees are very comfortable here, but if your knees don't like it, you can find another position that feels good. Your focus is the upper back gets us a rotational stretch. 5, 4, 3, 2, and notice how it's opening up more. Wonderful job. Now grab a sip if you'd like. We're going to meet on the floor again. We're going to do some bicep curls. So grab a sip. We try to drink 8 ounces or so during class. So we have a couple good habits going all at once, right? Hydration, lubrication of the joints, flexibility, and strength. Now, the band is probably going to be medium. You're going to roll back if you do not have osteoporosis, and you're going to bend the elbows. If you have another issue in your spine that doesn't like that flexion, you could sit upright and just grab more tubing. Another cue is to lift the forearms. That's another cue that'll help you get. Now your hands are in line roughly with your shoulders. They're not closer together to each other. They're in line. I'm going to lean back and show that variation. 10, neck is easy. 9, good. 8, belly in, good. I love it. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, I love it. 2. Now come forward for a moment and we're going to sneak in a bound angle stretch. Feet together, knees wide, and go forward like you have butterfly wings. Relax your inner thighs. Breathe in through your nose if you can. Breathe out of your nose if you can. Inhale and come back to your legs being long and your band catching your heel arch. Now I'm going to turn so you can see me a little differently. This is an X. One arm is going to be a little bit higher than the other, and then you'll switch. Now your arms are pretty long here. Yes, that's it. That's it. And then switch. Good, you're doing great. Now one arm's a little high and one arm's a little lower than parallel to the floor. One arm's a little high, one arm's a little lower to parallel to the floor. Breathe, breathe, and breathe. This is the rear deltoid. It is an awesome muscle to help keep the shoulders from rolling forward. So what we do a lot in these posture classes, these sculpting classes, these Pilates, and even the yoga, it's just my personal bias. Because most of our tasks are forward, I will tend to focus on these rear muscles that need to be strong in order to keep our body upright. So your mood is better, your bones get more even wear and tear, everything's better. All right, the arm should be burning. 4, 3, 2, 1. Ah, nice job. I'm gonna sit a different way, and if you can, join me, but if you cannot, sit any way you want to. The stretch is called cow face. One arm here, one arm here. This stretch can also be done high kneel, good, or standing. So I'm offering different positions because if you're able to, doing these stretches is good for the joints. Stopping them all together then it leads to not being able to do them. So if you can do them without pain, please try the other side. Now, this is for flexibility in the posture muscles. Shoulders, breathe in. Good, it's looking great. 4, 3, good, I love it. Breathe in fully. 2, and 1. Now, I'm going to offer a way to stand up that if you cannot do it, just don't worry about it. But the offer is no hands, you're crossed, and you stand up. Now, we can do that again. I'm going to cross the other way, crisscross applesauce. Now, if that doesn't work out, touch something and count how many touches you have. Another way to do this I'm going to offer is that I always forget this, you put one foot forward and you stand up and then back down. And then you put the other foot forward, just do the best you can and come up. Doing great. Now we're standing. Let's get a band behind our upper back. You did great. So I like to try to keep all our functional longevity task in there. Now this one is narrow wide. So it's going to go forward, narrow, and then wide. Let me show you from the side. Forward, wide. Now I'm going to add a cue. Wide legs. They're going to stay wide. You're going to push forward when you squat. Now the arms, now let me give you a backup plan. If you're not doing squats, you need to avoid them for some reason, you could do calf raises. So calf raises, like we did earlier, where you lift your heels, is just fine. Good. Nice. So you're finding there's a neat little thing we can do with our brain when it thinks that there's an obstacle or a problem. We say, oh no, this is a puzzle. This is an opportunity to create. So we're creating an exercise routine that works for you. And my alarm just went off. Someone may be here. In 3 and 2. Now we're going to do a bonus. Stay low. Now can you do a pulse? 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Now stand up. Narrow. Get ready. Sit down. Can you do a pulse? 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come back up. Good job, guys. Now we're going to get rid of this. Grab a sip if you'd like. And this is knocking on the door of life. We're going to stick a qigong move in there. 5, 4, let your hands actually hit you. 3, 2, and 1. Now we're going to get a hand weight that allows you to do bicep curls. So that could be somewhere between 5 and 8. Listen to your body though. We're going to shoot for 20 of those. You're going to listen to your body and you can change weights if you need to. That's the good thing about just taking responsibility for our wellness. You're listening to your body. You're trying to challenge the muscles, but not hurt the joints. You're trying to keep good form. So notice I'm not letting the shoulders roll forward. I'm bending the elbows. Good. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13. And notice how you're controlling it on the way up and the way down. 14, and 15, and 16, and 17, and 18, and 19. Now on the 20, I'm going to encourage us to let that weight down for a moment. The pose is either prayer pose front, palms together, lower your palms, or prayer pose back, reverse. Either way, choose which one you want. This one's harder. Hold, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now let that go, and we're going to do a deltoid raise, which is like 3 to 7 pounds. So find a 3 to 7 pound weight. Go out with your letter T. Here we go. Out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, knees soft, 7, 8, 9, 10. You're doing great. Keep going if you can, but if you feel like you're getting too tired to complete the set or complete it well, grab a lighter weight and keep going. That's the trick. So it's called a drop set, but you can do it. 5 more, even if you just were to use your hands. 3, good, 2 more. 2, and 1. Now we're going to let those weights go. All right, now the option is cow face again. You can never do too many cow face stretches, or add tree pose, which is a one-legged balance. You could just do this, especially if you know you need to work on balance, and here's your chance. And here's together, cow face tree. If you need one more trick, it's to get a couple of mats or a really thick mat and put it underneath your feet. Like for example, right now I'm on a kitchen mat, which is about 2 inches thick, so it's a lot harder. So just find what you can to make fitness fun. Let your hands together and lower that foot. Really good. Let's do the other foot, tree pose. One-legged balance strengthens the glute and prevents falls. That's why I do it every class, some type of balance. I don't want any of us falling. And if something were to happen, you want to have that strength to withstand it. So here we are, practicing the good things. Breathe in. Breathe in. Good. If you're not wobbling, you're not trying. I'm just kidding. I heard that yesterday from a client. I thought it was cute. So hold. 5, 4, 3, 2. All right. Release that. Super job. Now we're going to do a weight that's lighter. It's going to look like this. Upright row. You can tell how this would be harder. So I'm going to say 3 to 6. Most likely. You're in control. That means if you need to, you can decrease the weight anytime. 2. Now you want to have some ab tone on here. Neck is easy. When your arms are up, even when you're just putting something away in the closet, you want some ab tone so your low back doesn't get more extensively inward curved, more lordotic. Now I like a little exhale on the hard part. It helps pull that belly in, that transverse abdominals that protects our back. I love the control I'm seeing up and down, breathing through the nose if you can. Good. Can you do 5 more? And if not, just grab a lighter weight or just do your arms. Good. All right, take 2 more. Strong and strong. Now let that weight down. Perfect job. Let it go. And this is going to be a calf raise. So I'm going to hold on to this here foam roller. You can hold on to a wall. Now take one foot and wrap it behind the other. So I have my left foot behind my right. I have my foam roller to the side so you can see my legs, but if you'll probably want it here if you're using that because it's a hard drill. Go up, try to get all of your toes equally weighted. Your knee stays long, your hips stay level. 8, good, this is gonna help the knees. 9, they need support. Now when you've done 10, switch that foot. Now my left foot's going up and I'm gonna go onto the hard floor. 2, 3, all toes have equal weight. 4, try to fight gravity. It's gonna wanna pull your body weight down, but you are slowly lowering your heel. You are getting a workout on the up and on the down. Good, 2 more. 9, 10. Wonderful job, great job. Take your arm up and over and cross your foot if you would like to add on this half moon challenge. 5, 4. Now inhale, come up and over, cross your foot if you would like to add that on. 5, 4, 3, 2, inhale and exhale. 1. Now we're going to do another one. Let's take a weight that lets you do this. Front raise is probably lighter, so 3 to 6 pounds. It's a harder exercise. Now for our mind, we're going to do a pattern. So the pattern is right arm down, left arm down, both arms down. Now switch the lead arm. Left arm down, right arm down, both together. So here we go. Right, down, left, down, both together, left, down, right, down, both together, right, down, left, down, both together. You're doing great. Left, right, together, and then again. Good. You're doing great. One more. Here we go. Up, up, and together. Now leave your hand weights here. Lift up your heels and lower and lift and lower. Good. All the toes have weight. This is how you add a little body weight to your challenge. You just pick up something that's heavier than you, and then you can do the calf raises with a little more. Now, if you need to do this instead of the next one, please do. But I do want to open up the feet, and I want you to pretend you've got suitcases in your hand. Now, your glutes go way back. Your heart's facing me. Press up with your heels. Now, watch the heart. Watch the heart. It's facing front. Good. I'll show you from the side. Watch how far my glutes go back. Glutes go back. Good. Glutes go back. All right, try 5 more. Hard up a little bit more. Yep, hard up a little bit more. 3 more. Remember, you could be doing calf raises or leg kicks or bridges, so you want to make sure it's good for you. All right, guys, we have 1 more. Inhale, lower. Exhale, push up. Now let your weight go away. Grab a sip if you'd like. And then we're going to take an inhale to breathe in a fresh new breath, an appreciative breath to ourselves, and exhale, let everything go. Breathe in a fresh new breath of radiance, and exhale, let it go. Breathe in a fresh new breath of joy and creativity and love. And exhale, let it go, and let your hands go to your heart. Just like this fresh breath that I took. Right now is a new moment. Today is a new day. I'm going to create joy, create appreciation, create growth, create support. Use my words for nothing but uplifting or neutral. And with so much appreciation, have a beautiful day. Thank you guys for coming. You look great and strong. See you next